We knew Casabella as a local builder in the Bayside area. We'd seen their vans driving around. I'd followed them on Instagram, and they'd also done a renovation for my sister-in-law in Oakley. So when it came time for us to embark on this process, we thought what better people to reach out to than local builders within the area. Casabella's communication is second to none. It's one of their strongest assets, and the fact that they're a smaller builder allows them, I guess, to have greater leverage over that, in my view. It's such a complex process, the build process, and communication is key to making that a success, and that's got to be a contribution from both parties. I couldn't fault in any way their communication process. They were always available. I would speak to them almost on the daily. You didn't have to wait long amounts of time to, for them to get back to you, and they were always really prompt. I would say that building with Casabella and building with a custom boutique builder, if you're a client that wants to be heavily a part of the process, if you want the highest attention to detail and you want that opportunity to collaborate from start to finish, then you wouldn't go anywhere else but Casabella. The other thing that I would say is there's a lot of perception that volume builders and custom builders, there's such a price difference. And there very well might be, but I think you have to ask yourself, why is that price difference there? And when you're investing in a house, whether you've got a $500,000 budget or a $2 million budget, it's one of the biggest single, financial commitment that you'll probably make in your life. And I think that making sure that that is an investment that will last the test of time, it's something that not only is a financial investment, but an investment in your family's every day and your well-being. You have to live in it. So you want to make sure that whatever investment you're making is something that you can live with and you're going to be so happy with. So you learn that it's by appointment. That's the first thing. I probably was here once a week by arrangement with Adrian and the team. The reason I was here is exactly what I've been talking about, is that consultation piece. There's so much detail and thought that goes into the planning, and there's hiccups along the way. There's things that happen that you don't expect to happen or the builder doesn't expect, but the ability to be a part of that consultation and work through it is really key. But yeah, probably once a week I was on site with the team, very involved. But I think it's important to note that if you don't find decision making organic, I do, and I knew what I wanted, and I really was able to collaborate and give the team exactly what they needed. But they're also got a team on hand that can really help you with that. So I personally, to answer the question, I guess, was very, very involved, and I wanted to be involved in every little detail. And the fact that you get the ability to do that, as I said, is a really strong piece for me in the way of building your future home. Impeccable. The number of times that I had to do site visits because, it was found that something was a millimetre out or whatever the case might be, and the rectification and the thought and the care that went into that. I don't think it matters what form of builder you're going with. That is a point of difference for Casabella. They are very meticulous, and I think that one of their points of difference is that. And it's not only the core team themselves, it's the extended team that the other trades that they bring into your house, because obviously as a builder, they're not going to do every component of it. So I found that everybody that I dealt with, from the joinery company who are amazing, to the tilers, the carpenters were exceptional, painting, like everybody had an invested interest in giving you the best product they possibly could. And I think that's a real credit to the Casabella team of strategically going out and engaging with and holding on to suppliers and creating those partnerships, because it makes the end experience and the comfort level that you have as a client on the other end so great, and really finesses the process, if you will. Absolutely. From day one, the process, they're streamlined, they're easy to follow. If there's any questions, as I said, they're only a phone call away. Yes, very streamlined and very easy to follow. It's an emotional one. And making it to the end is definitely one, because it's a big project and it takes a lot of time and energy. I don't know that there's one particular element, I'll be honest. There's so many wows. Like, you walk into every room, like even the laundry, which is a very boring room overall, and there's just wow moments. And there's the craftsmanship and I'm just really proud that collaboratively we've been able to make such an amazing product together. I think overall, with so many, as I said, wow moments, but not competing with each other. So that's a mission in itself, where you've got to be able to really work together to do that. We haven't had people here, but we've shown a lot of photos and a lot of different things. And we did have someone that we know come the other day to look at the Wi-Fi and everything for us for setup. And when he walked through, he said, "This is one of the most exceptional houses I've ever seen in the way of finishes, the attention to detail." I also had a work colleague of mine come to help bring some stuff from our factory, and he had built with a volume builder very recently, and he's meticulous, and he commented right down on the detail to the floor covering was covered right until the last minute. You don't see that often. There's no consideration for, whether what's going to happen during the build and what things might need to be fixed. And although all of those things are fixable, that's more time that it adds to the project. It's more paperwork. It's a whole lot of things. So everyone is seeing snippets of it, and they're really, really excited, for the opportunity to actually walk through it. So I think they'll have nothing but great feedback. There's always challenges in a build. No matter how great the builder is, you're always going to have challenges along the way. And I think it just feeds back to what I said originally. Those challenges and how you overcome that, having a builder that you are really gelling with is really, really important, so that you can strategically work through those challenges. There was not one key challenge that I can think of, in the top, but there's just little bits along the way where you just have to be patient and you have to listen and understand and just try and work through what your end goal is. And I think that it feeds back to why it's so important that you pick a builder such as Casabella, that communication piece is really strong. Like, it's so important, because any challenge that you face, if your communication level is strong, you'll be able to work through that. So there was no one key challenge. There was a whole heap of little bits along the way, but there was nothing that would turn me off the process. There was nothing that would scar in my mind or anything like that, because how it was dealt with and how we worked through it collaboratively together made it a really positive experience despite the challenges. Yes, I would. My husband was already looking at, what's the next project that we can do? We need to live in this project and enjoy it for now. I love creation and design and build, and I think that I would definitely embark on another, maybe a little bit further down the track, but another project with them, and they would hands down be the first people that I would look to embarking on that project. And I think it's for all the reasons that I've covered. I think that they're a rare find in so many aspects, in what is a very challenging industry, being the building industry.